You know, happy Halloween, IEP TV, and happy Halloween, Press Start.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Carson.
Yeah, I'm a banana, and this is Andrew.
I'm a monkey.
Yep. You know, on this very scary Halloween, you know, there's quite a few things scary out there.
But you know what's really scary?
What?
Deadpool and Wolverine working together.
Holy crap, Ryan Reynolds, that guy terrifies me.
Yeah. And we have a segment from Sky where the movie gets mentioned and also just the state of Marvel as a whole right now.
Dude, that is really scary. That's terrifying, the
Yeah.
state of Marvel.
Yeah, let's just get into it.
Absolutely.
I don't think it's controversial to say that after Avengers Endgame, things just haven't been as good as before. Now, I'm not going to be one of those grumbling Marvel fans that's going to say everything post-Endgame is bad, but I don't think it's been as good as previous films. We also suffered a lot of what a lot of people have been calling superhero fatigue. Shows and content were coming out pretty much almost monthly. We had WandaVision in January to about March, Falcon and the Winter Soldier like 2 weeks later, then eventually Loki, and it was just on and on for a while. We had show after show and movie after movie. They weren't even all that good. Not to mention because of things, they dropped the Kang the Conqueror storyline, so it feels for naught. The MCU was at an all-time low. Look, I enjoyed pretty much everything that came out after Endgame, minus about 2 projects, Eternals, Secret Invasion. But I knew that they weren't being as well received as other projects before. Then, like a beacon of light at the end of a dark tunnel, Deadpool 3 was getting worked on. Nobody was sure what to think of the first Disney Deadpool in its early stages. Many were afraid that the mouse was going to censor the merc with the mouth. That couldn't be further from the truth. A lot of people were also worried that the movie wasn't going to be as good because almost the entire production was during the writer's strike. I had faith that this film was going to be good. I didn't even know just how good it was going to be. Yes, I'm finally going to talk about the movie. Deadpool and Wolverine, as it was eventually titled, was just the palate cleanser that the MCU needed. It was funny, it was raunchy, and it was full of amazing cameos that were mostly spoiled by the trailers. Now, before I talk further about everything, I'm going to issue a spoiler warning. I'm going to be talking about the movie, so obviously there's going to be spoilers. And if you want to see this blind and somehow avoided spoilers up until this point, here's your chance. We good? Good. This film was, at its core, a beautiful send-off for the Fox Marvel films. We had Chris Evans returning as Johnny Storm, or the Human Torch at the beginning.
Sorry, what now?
Channing Tatum finally getting to play Gambit, which he did an incredible job as. We get Daphne Keane returning as Laura, or X-23 from Logan, Jennifer Gardner returning as Elektra, and Wesley Snipes playing Blade once again. Oh, and obviously we got Hugh Jackman to play Wolverine again. Now, this sounds like cameo hell, but nothing felt out of place or too much. There was also a multitude of cameos that I didn't even list, mostly because it'd be redundant and you can just watch the movie if you want to see who's in it. I think the best part of this movie was that it was ragging on the MCU. Between Deadpool talking bad about all the multiversal things that the MCU has been doing to telling someone that they joined at a low point. Also, Wade telling Logan that Feige was going to have him playing Wolverine until he's 90.
Disney brought him back. They're gonna make him do this till he's 90.
The MCU very much needed ragged on because the stories were kind of all over the place. While there may have been a plan, a lot of those plans had to change because of actors needing to be dropped, stories not working out, lack of interest, or just altogether terrible writing. I can't talk about this movie without, of course, talking about the soundtrack. The Deadpool movies and the Guardians of the Galaxy films have that in common, a killer soundtrack. It was very reminiscent of the 90s and early 2K music style and I loved every second of it. I think the beginning was the best. Him digging up Logan's bones and using it to fight with while Bye 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 by NSYNC was playing in the background. It was an incredible part of the movie. It really set the tone for what the rest of the movie was going to be. I've been seeing videos of people doing the choreography for weeks. I even started to pick up some of it. No, I'm not demonstrating, but here's our station manager. While I don't want to talk too much about my favorite scene in the movie, I thought the references during it were really funny. It's when Wade and Logan are fighting in the Honda Odyssey with You're the One That I Want from Grease playing in the background. And briefly, The Greatest Show from The Greatest Showman. For those unaware, Hugh Jackman played P.T. Barnum in The Greatest Showman. Highly recommend. Great movie. Just wanted to put that little fun fact in. Deadpool and Wolverine wasn't just a fun movie full of Fox cameos and a beautiful story that had me laughing almost the entire time. There was also a mid-credit scene. Not unheard of for the MCU, but it caught me and my friend off guard when we saw it, and we were in tears for the rest of the experience. They started playing Good Riddance Time of Your Life by Green Day while playing behind-the-scenes footage or clips of the different Fox movies that were referenced. Well, that was the Fantastic Four, the X-Men movies, or Logan. For a little background, me and my friend binged all the X-Men movies and Loki in preparation for this viewing, and to see a little goodbye message to that storyline was really bittersweet. But it made everything worth it. It was an acknowledgement to a timeline that was somehow more messy than the MCU's. And we did, in fact, have the time of our lives while watching that film. And all the others. If you haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine, you basically did now because I almost spoiled everything. There were some cameos that I didn't mention, but were super cool to see at the end too. I found myself wanting to watch the movie again and again and again since I went and saw it in theaters opening weekend. I haven't had a theater experience like that in a while, where other people were laughing with me and gasping at the same cameos and reveals I did. I saw Endgame opening weekend, so it had been a long time being in a theater that had more than, let's say, 5 people in it, counting me and my boyfriend or my friend. I really missed movie experiences like that. I don't know if we'll see Deadpool and or Wolverine again, but I hope we do. Wade did say Hugh was doing this till he was 90. Nah, in all seriousness though, I hope they have good parts if they're going to be in future projects. Go watch Deadpool and Wolverine if you haven't. It gave me hope for the rest of the MCU. Hope I thought was gone forever. While I, again, enjoyed the previous projects, I did find them lacking. Pretty much fixed everything. Thanks for watching.
All right, that was a really good segment. Really terrifying seeing the decrepit course of the MCU.
Yeah, that was really scary, just like hearing about Deadpool and Wolverine.
Ryan Reynolds, that guy gives me nightmares.
Yeah, but you know what's even more scary than that?
What?
Playing a Souls game.
Oh God, I can't even finish the first level on Bloodborne.
Yeah, no, like I haven't played a Souls game, but if I did, I would just die instantly.
It's like skydiving without a parachute. Some people can survive, but most can't.
Yeah, well, we have a segment on it, so maybe we can hear more on...
Yep, from Nick McEwen.
Let's hear what he has to say.
Hello everyone, I'm Nick McEwen, and for the past 2 years, I've told the various producers of Press Start that I would give them a script on the Soulsborne games. And for 2 years, I've struggled to put to paper the relationship that I have with these games, but no longer. Today, I will finally get it done. No more putting it off. But what is a Soulsborne? I mean, aren't they all just called Dark Souls? No, it's way more complicated than that. How dare you think that this would be simple? You see, after making Dark Souls 2, the creators at FromSoft decided that they wanted to try something different and made a new game called Bloodborne. Using similar gameplay from the Dark Souls games, they created a new narrative. And while it wasn't as commercially successful, it was a cultural hit that showed that FromSoft had a good base to tell even more stories. Thus, by taking from the titles of the two franchises, the Soulsborne was created to include any FromSoft titles with that gameplay style, including their newer games like Sekiro and Elden Ring. The name hasn't been updated as new titles have come out, because Soulsborne Sekiring, Shadows of the Erdtree Die Twice, doesn't really roll off the tongue like Soulsborne. I've been playing these games for years, and I certainly have opinions on them. I may not have played them all, but I think I have enough knowledge to give you a little guide of what to expect. So, join me as I take a look into the world of Soulsborns. I had to do my little dance. Oh, I'm going to. Now, if there's one thing that people know about Soulsborns, it's that they are brutal. From tough enemies to even tougher bosses, if you're playing a Soulsborne, you know that you're going to be fighting tooth and nail every step of the way. However, not every Soulsborne is built the same. I'm personally a big fan of Sekiro's gameplay. Every boss is going to slap you around, but the idol to get you back is only a few seconds away, so you can jump right back into slamming your head against that wall. And then you have basically every other Soulsborne and their infamous walkbacks. In many cases, your nearest bonfire or bonfire-adjacent spot will be a minute or so away from the boss door, which wouldn't be a problem if you weren't being jumped by every single creature in existence while you try to get back. Or you can play Dark Souls 2, which gets its difficulty by jumping you even harder, to the point where they had to make it so that if you killed an enemy 10 times, it wouldn't respawn. or else you would spend 90% of your game getting your Jordans greased by the same 5 skeletons. Now, one thing you might have noticed in that last bit was the mention of bonfires and bonfire-adjacent mechanics like Sekiro's idols. You see, the bonfire is one of the most important parts of the Soulsborne experience. These are the few places of respite you have where you can just rest and often level up, as well as being your fast travel points. The only game that doesn't follow this system is Dark Souls 1, because you don't really fast travel for the most part in that game. Dark Souls 1 is well known for its interconnected world with different shortcuts taking you between areas, allowing you to explore a giant world without it feeling linear or annoying. This wouldn't last long, as Dark Souls 2 would be the start of the games focusing on a more linear world, in an attempt to cut back on backtracking and focus more on individual level design. Now, whether that's for better or worse, it's down to the individual players. Soulsbornes also have incredible lore, which is a massive pain to learn about. Good luck learning any of the lore without reading through hundreds of item descriptions or looking up hour-long lore videos online. Oh, you want to get the best, most interesting ending? Guess what? You have to make sure you don't kill this NPC before fighting that boss, then get these items and use them in this place. Oh, and also solve a couple of our riddles, get a master's degree, hit the lottery a few times, and only then will you get the best ending. I love these games, but good luck getting any of the endings without using a walkthrough. Now, there are many more things I could go on about when it comes to Soulsbornes, like how the scariest enemy in any of these games are the dogs, who for some reason are the most aggressive and evil creatures that you'll ever run into. Or I could talk about the variety of weapons in some of the games, such as the giant clubs of the original Souls games, or Bloodborne's cool trick weapons. Maybe I could talk about how the game's main creator, Hidetaka Miyazaki, absolutely loves adding poison swamps, even though they absolutely suck to actually play. However, I want to focus a bit more on what makes each game unique. And while I talk about it, why don't I give you my personal rankings of the games? Keep in mind, I haven't played them all, but who plays things anymore before giving their opinions? On to the list. Starting off in dead last is Dark Souls 2. This game focuses the most on the areas in between boss fights, and as such, has a lot of interesting areas with way too many gosh darn enemies. As I said earlier, the game was balanced around this by making it so if you killed an enemy 10 times, it would no longer respawn. This, however, is stupid, and just makes me fight the same enemies way too many times just so I cannot get bench pressed every time I want to try a boss. Also, every time you die, you lose a bit of your max health until you heal it with other items and different BS. Stupid game, I hate it. Some people like it though, so go off. Next up is a take that's probably gonna get me jumped. I do not like Bloodborne. Yes, the cool gothic world design is amazing. The trick weapons are absolutely sick, and you get to parry enemies with guns, which is awesome. However, once again, the biggest problem comes down to the health system and the healing. In every other game, you have a type of healing that refreshes after you rest at a bonfire, all of which are the game's take on the Dark Souls Estus flask. In Bloodborne, however, the only way to heal is through blood vials, which can be bought at vendors for way too much, or can drop randomly from enemies. The problem comes from the fact that the bosses are, of course, really hard. So when I go and get dunked on by a boss, I don't want to have to sit down and grind for more blood vials. I just want to fight the boss again. Ultimately, this is just a me problem, and it's a skill issue. But I don't care. I just can't enjoy Bloodborne as much as everyone else. Sue me. Now, my next two are a tie for third, with Dark Souls 1 and 3. Both of these games are amazing for their own reasons. Dark Souls 1 has an incredible interconnected world with great bosses, great story, and great mechanics. The fights can feel a little slow compared to the other games, but that makes them feel way more strategic and interesting in their own ways. Dark Souls 3, on the other hand, is way more linear, but incredibly fast-paced. Everyone moves quicker, including you, and the boss fights just feel amazing. Dark Souls 3 is easily the game I have put the most hours in, and it holds a very special place in my heart. Overall, both games are amazing, and really show what it takes to be a great Soulsborne game. However, all of these games have been overtaken by the newest additions to the Soulsborne family, starting off with our second place, Elden Ring. Now, for many people, this would be their favorite, and for good reason. The game takes the mechanics from the other Soulsborne games and adds them to a fantasy world built partially by George R.R. Martin, creator of Game of Thrones. Not only that, but there's a lot of new mechanics to help with the gameplay. An open world, new equipment types, new ways to buff your character, all of it adds up to an amazing experience that was so good, the only thing that's really topped it since its release is its own DLC. Elden Ring is amazing, and hopefully we get more games like it in the future. But ultimately, the best Soulsborne, in my personal, biased opinion, is none other than Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. This game is so gosh darn cool. Following a shinobi, only known as the Wolf, there are so many unique mechanics that make this game just interesting. For one, the leveling system is completely different. Instead of leveling up individual stats and weapons, you go through the whole game with one sword and a variety of moves and weapon arts that you upgrade along the way. You only get stronger through fighting the bosses or collecting prayer beads to upgrade your health. Want some more variety in your combat? Use the different shinobi tools that are built into your awesome prosthetic hand. Shurikens, put them in the hand. Giant axe, put it in the hand. Firecrackers, put them in the hand. There are so many creative ways to fight enemies in this game. This is without mentioning how combat overall is completely different. Instead of trying to lower your enemy's health, you kill most enemies by blocking their attacks and breaking their posture. When they drop their guard, you can kill almost any enemy instantly. This also works on bosses, but you might have to do it a few times. And finally, in Sekiro, you're able to die multiple times. Now, this isn't that huge of a mechanic in my opinion, as most of the time, the bosses will just sit there and stare at your dead body, so it's not like you can sneak attack them or anything. But it does add more chances for learning enemy patterns and making mistakes, which is the ultimate backbone of a good Soulsborne game. From start to finish, Sekiro kicked my butt, and I loved every second of it. Except for the parts with the giant snake, that dude is downright terrifying, and I hate him, okay? Overall though, near perfect game in my opinion. In the end, there's a lot to say about all of the Soulsborne games. They're fun, they're brutally hard, and they have interesting worlds and characters. They also make me want to pull my hair out, but I like a good challenge when it comes to video games. Ultimately, whether you like these games comes up to personal preference. So whether you're fighting your way through the streets of Yharnam, getting jumped in the depths of Blighttown, or just playing a nice, calming round of Mario Kart, all that matters in gaming is that you're having fun. Thanks for watching, and keep on gaming, Indiana.
Gosh, that was really scary, and it seems like very hard games.
Oh yeah, very. But you know what's even more scary than that?
What?
Trivia Murder Party.
Holy crap, that is terrifying.
Yeah, nothing's more scary than trivia, murder, and party.
Yeah, nothing's scarier than not knowing the facts out there, folks.
Yeah, and just being a ghost and trying to survive a manor.
Dude, I think we should get into it, see how many of our members survive.
Yeah, and how many of them tragically died.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm John Marston from Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, and you're watching Press Start. Tonight, we're going to be playing this thing called Trivia Murder Party. Now, I don't know what technology is, and phones scare me, but I've been told that if I play along, everything will be fine. Around me is...
I'm Hosea Matthews.
Arthur Morgan.
Dutch Vanderlyn. Monkey.
Mogus.
Noah Khan.
Let's go.
This is your wake-up call.
You trusted the worst person to do this.
Welcome
He got mauled by
to
wolves.
Trivia Murder Party. You just checked in to a game of murder.
There's a game of murder. Oh no.
One of you
Oh no.
But
This is
it's
no good.
still better than just sitting in your hotel room and watching cable news. Yeah, I went there.
playing with us.
They'll also be playing
Indeed.
later, next round.
Question.
But for now, they're just in the audience.
I
What
think
has
there's a
3
rabbit.
hearts? And the correct answer is
Oh,
There we
no.
go.
But whales have so much space for activities.
What did he say?
What's gonna happen to us?
You eat babies.
No, you eat, baby.
You eat babies.
You eat babies.
Killing room.
This is my tattoo parlor.
Yeah, listen to the rules.
Create a new tattoo on my back by drawing on your device.
Oh,
Little jig.
that's a mushroom?
I made a self-portrait.
Hell,
I drew a self-portrait. That's me. I was C. What? It's me.
You still can't win. You still
It's
can't
art.
win.
Discrimination towards
Oh,
aliens, I
so
swear.
that's what they call.
You're back.
Whoop,
The
whoop,
end of
skidoo.
your Let's try
But it
another
doesn't
one.
beat men kissing.
on it, so I had to
When
do
you
it.
scare a ladybug, what does it
What?
do?
Explode.
Flies? I've
When you
barely
see
seen
a ladybug, you just go, ah!
Let's roll them bones. Roll as much as you want to add to your score. I'll kill the player with the lowest score. But go over 21 and you die instead.
Not as much as you
And
want.
don't
Hope.
If
Let's
they
go
roll a
gambling.
skull, that adds
All
one
right.
to everyone's
Aw,
score.
dang it.
Let's go gambling. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it. Aw, dang it.
Skulls, dice, explosions. He's playing this dumb game with us.
I still got money. You four.
In the 2018 Olympics, how much did the U.S. Olympic Committee reward athletes for each gold medal?
You make money?
I didn't know we paid him.
37.
Yes!
Get me in the Olympics right now.
There's nothing more fun than fogged up mirrors.
Crud.
The ghost of my Aunt Mildred loves to write words on mirrors. Pay attention to her unique handwriting. Now, Aunt Mildred is going to write a different word. But so will everyone else. Draw a word on the mirror to camouflage Aunt Mildred's. Would the real Aunt
Give me
Mildred
butter.
please stand up?
No.
Give me butter.
It was stinky.
Boy, come get it. Come get it.
We gotta do this.
No, you
For
got-
Cam.
you got a
Character
monkey.
appears in the play Death of a Salesman.
Uh-oh.
What?
Uh-oh.
It's not Stanley.
What?
Wait,
Well-
did you actually know that?
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
No, I actually knew that fact.
Buddy's good at trivia.
Yeah.
Troy.
Real life Justin loves art, theater, and trivia.
I should take the money.
Wait, what are we doing?
Give some of that money to your friend. The person with the most cash at the end will die. But if you give to someone and they have $800 or more, I will kill you instead.
I won't say anything.
Time for fiscal revelations.
I'm sure this won't have a lasting impact on our friendship.
Come on, monkey. You know you want to give it to Arthur.
Oh.
Betting on your downfall.
Tahiti.
Yeah, that's
I got
right.
Tahiti or
That's proven you wrong.
I'm a billionaire.
Proven you wrong.
There's only one monkey here.
Oh,
Ooh, ooh, uh-uh.
There, John.
What is modern day Persia called?
Uh-oh.
For what?
Uh-oh.
I don't think I can name 50 states. You think I know what Persia is?
Yes.
It's Iran.
I thought it was Syria.
I thought it was Turkey.
I thought it was
I
Syria.
said cereal.
I got it wrong.
The Ottomans, they're like across the ocean, right?
Arthur, I need you to get as much money as you can for the camp.
I can't wait to immediately die.
I'll give
If
you
I
cash
see you
for
not
every dollar
scratch
sign
every
you find.
single thing off
But
that
if you
card,
scratch off
I'm gonna...
even one skull,
I'm gonna scratch off just enough to make my family make it through. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. I'm already dead.
He instantly died.
I'm gonna make it, right?
Oh.
Arthur
which of these
Morgan.
is the country's capital city?
What?
Wait, is in Ireland.
But it's
Let's
What?
go. The claws on the up.
I've never heard of this
Capital
place.
of Australia.
Is family friendly?
Oh
Well, it's not the city of the country.
Type
It's
in
not
the
the
funniest
capital,
answer
that's
you
my
can think of and hit send.
Oh.
Why do Grandma and Grandpa never want to talk about the noise coming from the basement?
Family friendly.
That's what I'm saying.
All right, everyone else, vote for the answer you like the best.
Yeah, I spelled it wrong.
I want to say, I don't know if I want to peer review this one.
Yeah.
Period.
Arthur's not funny.
I know.
Do win.
I'm no con.
anything that was family friendly. That was my issue.
That's business
The
casual.
waste from the basement in Grim.
Congrats on making it here alive.
Gathering money.
I tactically acquired
Like, no, please. I'm sure I did get
What? Correct answer.
I'm sure I did.
Someone did not cook here.
I am also in the back.
No one even cares about that place. It's not even real.
And they get a third chance.
I only know one.
Dude, there's
There's
no
no picnic day.
Let's go.
I thought I had a feeling. Kentucky Fryer
might
might
be
be a
dumb.
pun, but I think it's good.
What?
They are Kentucky Friar.
Yes!
They Kentucky Friar that chicken.
Forest.
I know Candyland though.
If you go back and press start history, I am the best Candyland player.
We got to.
Let's freaking go.
It's the North Atlantic treat. No!
I got them all right. Let's go.
Things from the song, my favorite things.
It's the top and bottom, right? It's not.
Oh my god, I just learned this.
Not bad. It's not. Okay.
I got all three.
And I don't speak German neither.
I don't speak German neither.
I got all of them wrong.
Always happen on a Sunday.
This isn't fair. This isn't fair.
I'm tweaking.
And that includes the third entrance now.
He made graduation.
Let's go!
Dutch.
He made graduation.
Dutch. Thank you
This one's
for the
claw.
game.
This one is for the claw.
Well, that was round one.
We're on round 2 of Jackbox Trivia Murder Party. Who's gonna win? Probably me. Let's start.
Yay.
Hit it, the leg.
Hitting it.
I'm Haru. I'm Cherry.
Hi, I'm Mike Butters, the Pepsi Man guy.
I'm Carson Zadroga. I'm Freddy Fast. Fast Bear.
Coriolanus. President's man.
You are Coriolanus. Dude, that's awesome.
Say what you want.
Oh, I'm Basil.
I'm the Legion from DVD. I got my mask.
This isn't an ice cream lovers convention after all,
Aw.
but a game of dire
I
consequences.
was here for the ice cream lovers convention.
How was Lady Gaga's meat dress preserved in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Light work, no reaction.
And the correct answer is...
Oh,
got the
yes!
question
I am
right.
surprised.
Why would they draw? So it's just a big jerky dress?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say goofy ah.
Sort of letter writing.
Ooh, okay. This is.
You're not doing it.
I'm going to
Yes, I
dictate
am.
a message to you. Write down as much of what I say as you can. The player who writes the fewest of my words will die. And the letter begins now. And here's how you did.
Alright. Basil.
Alright, dyslexia, it was rigged. I was changing it to floating.
Don't worry, you're not out of the game yet.
What is a narrow strip of land that connects two bigger pieces of land with water on either side? Picked. This.
Should've went with my gut.
None of us got that one. No one got that one.
Let's see who has ESP.
Mind meld?
Type in an answer that fits this category. Everyone else will answer too. And if anyone matches you, you die.
Did someone say retriever?
Really? No one said German Shepherd?
I'm built different.
Okay, someone
so
said,
sorry.
Someone did say golden retriever, so
That's the first one I thought of. I said golden retriever.
I'm surprised no one said German
if
Shepherd.
I put that in enough time, we would have both been dead. Who are you, Jameson?
Which of these composers
Oh, you're
has
probably
been
Cardi
decomposing
Dog.
the
Oh,
longest?
crap.
Decomposing.
Decomposing? What's decompose?
Who's the
Oh,
oldest?
who's been dead
What's
the longest?
decomposing?
Me and Jack Carson from the crewmates.
Oh, I got that wrong.
Yeah, hey, I got it.
I thought Brahms might have been
I
dead
thought it was
longer.
Bach.
No, Mozart was a. Oh, I hate this one.
Oh.
I've given each safe
Oh, there's just no chance.
Chalice is so
There's
much.
just no way.
drop your point. Now it's your turn to
Lovely.
play.
I just love this.
Pick a chalice to drink from.
No way.
There is so many
Deal
chances
it.
to get poisoned.
Now let's see what everyone drank.
You know.
That was cruel.
Sorry, Sky. I wasn't mine, but.
Oh, I have another chance. Fear not.
I don't know who's in the audience, but they have $1,000.
I think the Vanderlyn gang. Yeah.
Money. According to IMDb, which of these horror films has the smallest cast?
Studians.
Studians.
This is actually a pretty easy question.
This is easy. Oh no, my tab fell in my soda.
It's between Paranormal Activity.
Oh, what?
What?
Yeah, because
No
think about
way.
it, it's not
I thought it was
Blair Witch.
Saw.
I thought it was Blair Witch. Saw has a lot more people.
Yeah, Saw 1.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because
But
of
then
the
there's Jigsaw.
police. Yeah, the police that come in.
If any of them correctly follow more rules than you,
Oh.
I will kill you.
What are we doing?
We have to follow the rules.
Well, in this case it is.
Oh my gosh, I have the most money!
I almost have the most money.
Okay, we're all dead. So.
Who has the least?
Me.
Oh.
I never played this, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Medieval weapons.
Medieval weapons. Shiloh.
LaBeouf's a person, dingus. No.
You advance 1 space for every correct answer.
No, you're not done. This is the final part.
This is really the
Remember
only part.
Jason said you could steal someone's body?
I'm gonna be so real. This is the only part of Trivia Murder Party that matters.
Yeah.
You could be good the whole game and still lose. Oh.
And they get a third chance to catch up to you.
I'm not a theater student.
None of us are cultured.
I guess none of us are cultured.
Speak for yourself. I've got both.
Crap.
Blood giants.
What? Oh.
I remember this from biology class.
This
Wow.
is easy. It's F mine.
Loudon.
Yay.
How embarrassing would it be if someone missed that?
I think Basil might steal my body.
Aww.
Yeah, come on, bro.
No one plays World of Warcraft.
You're also the one who knew all the opera up there.
Yeah. What is the correlation?
What does that have to do with World of Warcraft?
Oh, you're like, no one plays World of Warcraft.
It just means I go outside.
It's just fantasy. I know this!
Can you just cool it?
I like this song.
I like those songs too.
Bloody,
oh, life goes on.
I used to sing this with you, Jameson.
I screwed this up. Yeah.
That one's so easy.
Acronyms.
Oh, come on.
The math is mathing, y'all. By Molière.
Okay.
Oh. Is it Molière? French is stupid.
French is stupid.
Great.
Primates.
You don't know what a chimpanzee is?
I know what a chimpanzee is. I didn't know what the top one was.
And if you're still alive and want to break through, you have to get all 3 answer choices right.
What? Snails hibernate?
Snail.
Punctuation marks.
Nice
Oh,
knowing
you can
guys.
choose multiple ones. Oh.
Just figured
That's
that
why
out.
I wasn't getting things right.
Guys, why am I not moving?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I got my win robbed from me. I got my win robbed from me.
How did I win?
I told you, I need someone who's never played Trivia Murder Party to just sweep everybody.
I'm happy with this outcome.
Guys, I predicted that.
We got an Obla D, Obla Die reference.
I am
Cherry
satisfied.
won.
Well, everybody, this was Trivia Murder Party, and keep gaming, Indiana.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, that was a very successful episode of Press Start.
Yep, a lot of members became ghosts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, but we should probably end things here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting very, very hungry.
Oh, that's nice. You want to go out and, there's a sushi restaurant that I know.
I know something even better.
Oh, what is that? All right.
You ready?
You ready to peel the curtains back?
Oh, yeah.
No more monkey business, guys.